I think we can start now, no, Thomas?
Yes, and start.
Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. It's nice to see so many school leaders across India over here. I can see on the chat box that we have schools from Karnataka, from Andhra, from Haryana, Tamil Nadu. So it's really nice to know that all of you have taken the time out this evening and are here to be intrigued by the Micro Innovations Awards and trying to understand it a little bit more. So today, okay, I will introduce myself first. I am Anne and I work with Mantra. With me, I have Abhishek here today, who will also be uh, explaining the process of micro innovations to all of you. So on that note, we will dive right into the session. We don't want to take too much of your time since it's the end of the day. So if you have any questions or any type of doubts anytime during the session, please feel free to use the chat box and we will address it during the session. All right. So we are all on Zoom and I'm sure most of you are know how to use the application and how to work around the application. Anyway, the interface is on a webinar mode. So if you have any questions, you will have to post it on the chat box. Please write down points from the presentation. And because we will be doing this presentation only once, so do write down any questions or doubts you have and then put it on the chat box. All right. To start with, we will be starting off with the Zoom poll. I know some of you must have done the poll, whereas some of you may not have ever used a Zoom poll or done a Zoom poll. It's pretty simple. You do not have to worry about it. So basically, there will be certain questions which will come up on your screen like this. This is just an example. This is not the actual question. So your Zoom poll will have 3 questions and it will come up like this. You just pick up any one answer and then click on the submit option. I hope that's clear for all of you. Thomas will be launching a Zoom poll and the question will look something as similar to what is there on the screen right now. Please click on any one option for each question and then click on the submit button. All right, so we will take the next 3 minutes to do this. Please look at your screens. This poll will pop up on your screen. Yes, Thomas, if you could launch the poll, it would be great.
Yes, and yeah, I launched it.
Yes. So you can see there are 3 questions that have come up on your phone screen or your laptop screen. The first question is, have you downloaded the Unity application? Have you logged in into the second question is, have you logged in into the Unity application? And the third question is, were you able to go through the drive resources sent via email? Please click on any of the options and then click on the submit button. It's 4:40. We will take another minute to do this as they are very simple questions. Thomas?
Yes, and
Yes. Once we close the poll, if you could take a screenshot of the results and
sure,
send it
sure.
to me via
Yeah,
WhatsApp, it would be great.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Thomas, you can close the poll now. Yes. Have you been able to close the poll, Thomas?
Yes, and I closed the poll. I'm sending to your WhatsApp.
Okay. I can see that some of you have not got the poll. So if you didn't, when it was launched, if your screen was not on the Zoom screen, then it will not be available after that. We'll see if we have time at the end of the session. We will try and do the poll one more time. All right. So before we, okay, host is sharing poll. Yes, I hope you can see the poll results on your screen right now. Abhishek, could you confirm if you're able to see the poll results?
Yes, Anne.
Okay, great. So if you can see here, we have about 70% of the school leaders who have downloaded the Unity application. That is an amazing number. Have you logged in? We have only about 53% teachers, school leaders who have logged in, and only about 58% of school leaders who have been able to go through the drive resources. Okay, all right. We urge you to download the application and log into it before tomorrow. Some of you have faced issues with login, and we have addressed some of them, but for some schools, the issue is taking a little bit more time, but NISA team has been helpful in letting us know as to who all are facing issues. But we urge all the other school leaders, especially the 30% of leaders who have not downloaded the application, to please download it and log in so that we are able to resolve any issues as soon as possible. We know that NISA has also sent across a drive link via your email, which explains the whole micro innovation process. There are multiple content pieces in it, which there are PPTs, there are videos. So we really urge you to go through it because you can understand the whole process from just that video, from just that drive link. So thank you so much for participating in the poll, but we would definitely like all of you to go through the drive link and install the application and log into it. Okay. Quickly, before we get into the whole process of micro innovation, we wanted to play a small game with all of you. So basically, these are riddles. We will be displaying the question on the screen, and you will have to give us the answer via the chat box. So let's see who is able to answer these questions first. Okay. So this is your first question. Please keep your eyes on the screen. Okay. So it says when you see it, you see some bristles. You put it inside your mouth, but they don't whistle. What object or thing do you think this is? Oh, I guess this is too easy for all of you. Okay, great. Toothbrush, definitely. All right. Okay, that was too easy. I thought it'll be a little hard. Okay, I hope the next one is a little bit more hard for all of you. Let's look at the next one. Okay. I am always running, though I never walk. Sometimes I can sing, but I never talk. I have hands, I have a face. You use me to decide your pace. Okay. This is not fair. We put a lot of effort into finding out tough riddles, but this is too easy for all of you. All right, it's definitely a clock. Thank you so much for giving those answers. Let's look at the next riddle. Aha, I wonder if you can get this. Wear me and you will always have a twin. Without me, you will not stink. Okay. Goggles. Okay. So Shailaja ma'am was the first one to correctly guess it as socks. This question has particularly been a very tough question for most of the people we have shown this to. Oh, Pooja ma'am has even put a picture of it. I don't even know how you did that. Yes, so the answer here is socks. Okay, I think we have only 2 more questions left. This is the second last question. I am not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I? Okay. Wow. Even before I finish reading the riddle, it seems like you all are answering. Great. Okay. And for the final question, the very last question. Yeah, the answer is fire. All of you have got it right. This is going to be the last question. Okay, let's see. If you were running a race and you passed the person in second place, what place would you be in now? This is not at all fair. You, all of you are a very tough crowd for us. Yes, definitely the second place. So if you pass the person in second place, you will still be second and you will not be first. This was supposed to be a confusing question, but I guess we have very smart people here and we underestimated it. All right. Thank you so much for participating. This is just a small game that we thought we would play with all of you since it's the end of the day and we wanted you all to be a little more energized. All right. Now, before we move on to the agenda for the day, I would like to invite Tulsi sir, and I request sir to please welcome all our school leaders who are present here.
Yeah, hello everyone. Namaste. Namaskaram from Andhra Pradesh, and on this auspicious Purnami day. I mean, seeing you, all of you people, and Anne did a great job of energizing you before the session. And I have, the downside is that there are only 178 people, but the upside is that we have less competition for Micro Innovation Awards. So it's less than 1:2, I believe. So let's take this session today, and we will start our tour, guided tour through the Unnati app. And so let us see who will be taking away these 100 Innovation Awards. And let's have good time in the coming 2-3 weeks. Using this app, and let's meet at a nice place. Mantra and Nisa will take care of the grand function, and let's meet there and let's celebrate and enjoy the first 100 100 places and the 100 schools. The fun starts in playing the game, not winning. So let's enjoy the contest. Thank you, and thank you everyone.
Thank you, Tulsi sir. That was really sweet of you. All right. So so this will be the agenda for today's session. We will be quickly taking you to how to download and log in into the application, which will be Unnati. We will also be explaining to you how to detail our projects on the application. And if you have any questions with regard to micro innovations regarding the process or any doubts and issues in general, we will be addressing those also. So yeah, I will be calling on Abhishek from Mantra, who will be guiding you through how to use the application. Abhishek.
Thanks, Anne. Good evening, everyone. I am Abhishek, and I am working with Mantra 2. So I'll take you through the next couple of slides where I'll basically explain each and every steps which is related to Unnati app. So we will be using Unnati app for micro innovation competition, and from choosing the project to uploading the project related evidences, everything can be done through this Unnati app. And therefore, I must say that having the complete understanding of Unnati app is like one of the prerequisites that you must required to fulfill. So we will start with the basics like downloading and logging to the app, and then we will get deeper into it and understand how one can add the projects into the app along with the evidences and so on. To to make this whole process a lot more easier and understandable to you, we will be using slides along with the live demo. And post this session, we will be sharing the slides with you so that you can refer to it whenever you feel any difficulty while using the Unnati app. Also, we have divided the app explanation process into 4 parts. After the completion of every part, we will be taking 5-minute pause to take your questions. Okay, so whatever questions or concerns arises in your mind, you can note down at one place and also type in the chat box. Okay, at the end, we will take all the questions. And could you go to the next slide?
Yes, I will
Yeah.
present.
Yeah. Yeah, so the first agenda is download and logging to the Unnati. So those who have already downloaded the video, and the number is quite big, almost 70% of our teachers or SLs have downloaded the app. A big round of applause for them. Those who haven't downloaded yet, just um, whatever I'm going to show, please watch it carefully. Yeah, we can go to the next slide. So basically, based on your phone like operating system, if you are using Android, you can go to the Play Store, Google Play Store, and if you are using Apple iPhone, you can go to Apple Play Store. And yeah, after that, and yeah, so once you will go to the Play Store, you will find a search box where you have to type Unnati Shiksha Lokam. Unnati is the name of the app, and Shiksha Lokam is the creator of that particular app. So if you type Unnati Shiksha Lokam, you will get the exact options. So as you can see on the screen, you will be able to see a logo along with the app name, which is Unnati. So basically what you have to do is you have to click on the app. Okay. Yeah. Next slide. Once you will click on the app, you will lead to the next page where you will be able to see the option called install. So click on the install and wait for a few minutes. It will take some time to install the app in your device. Okay, and once the app will get installed in your phone, you have the option of uninstall it as well as open it. So click on the option named open. Okay, once you will click on the open option, again you will lead to a new page. So you can click on the option called skip, and once you will click on the option, you will get to the page where you have to enter the credentials. So we have already shared your credentials, which includes the username along with the password with you on your registered email ID. So have a look at it. And if in case if you don't get your credentials, please do let us know. We will be sharing your credentials as soon as possible. So now what you have to do is you have to enter your username following by the password. And then from the drop down menu, you have to choose the name of the state. Once you will done with this process, you have to click the option called login. Once you click this option login, you will be redirected to a new page where it will require your permission to access your uh, camera and file folders. So just click on them and then click on the option called accept. Once you will click the option accept, it will take you to the home page of the app. And as you can see on your screen, this is the home page of the app, and it has like 4 options, which is create project, library, uh, open task, and reports. So yeah, this is the home page of the app. I hope you got to know what are the steps to download the app. These are the steps basically. If you, I can like explain. What you have to do is basically you have to go to the Play Store, and then you have to type Shiksha Lokam or Unnati Shiksha Lokam in the search box. then you have to download the app and basically open it. After pressing the skip option, just enter the credentials along with the name of your state and then press login and give it access to your file and camera folder, because you have to also add the evidences. So it is necessary and required. And then you will be reaching to the home page of the app. Yeah, so that's all. This is our first agenda. Now we will, in case if you have any question, you can type in the chat box. And
Yes, just one thing to add. If you are okay with this process, we would like you to say okay on the chat box. If you don't have any questions, please type okay on the chat box, only with respect to downloading and logging into the application. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for replying on the chat box. We'll move to the second agenda.
yeah, so second agenda is largely related to select projects from the library. And could you go to the next slide? Yeah, so basically in the Unnati app, each user will be having two options. Either they can create a completely new project from the scratch, or they can choose projects from the library. So library is a place where you can get various projects for various domains. Okay, so now we will be talking about the library and what sort of project it contains. Okay, so now going to the library, you have to follow two steps. First, you have to go to the Unnati app, and once you click on the app, you will directly go to the main page or home page of the application. Now, what you have to do is you have to click on the option called library. Okay. And once you click on the option, as you can see on your screen, you will get multiple options, including the 5 domains which we are planning to work upon. Okay. This includes students, community, school process, infrastructure, and so on. So in whatever domain you are interested in, you have to choose that particular domain. Okay. Once you click on the domain, it will show you multiple projects. Okay, because each domain consists of different projects. What could you go to the next slide? And yeah, so like once you see all the projects, I am requesting you, all of you, to go through the projects, like reading the objective of the projects, what are the tasks, what are the subtasks, what is the ultimate outcome of doing this project in your school. Based on that, you can choose whatever relevant for your school and what is relevant for this micro innovation competition. So once you will click on the project, you will get these sort of details, which includes the name of the project, then what are the tasks and subtasks. Yeah, so it will give you the overall glimpse of how this project looks like into your school. So you can, with the help of this information, you can like imagine whole sort of process and how you are going to implement this project into your schools. Okay, so once you are satisfied with all the information, you believe that this project is relevant for your school as well as for the micro innovation competition, what you have to do is you have to click the last option, which is import project. Okay, so once you click on this import project option, your project will be added to the my project option. Okay, it will be reflected over there. So yeah, this is the second objective. Again, let's see what are the steps we have covered so far. So for basically choosing projects from library, what you have to do is basically go to the Unnati app, choose the library option from the main page or home page. Now choose any domain which you believe that relevant for your school and for the micro innovation competition, and then locate and choose the project that is relevant for your school. Click on the project, read everything like objective, goal, and get all the project details. And yeah, that's all you have to do. I'll be okay. Any question as of now?
Yeah, I think you can show it to them.
Okay. And should I like present my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So I am going to give you a live demo how you can
Abhishek,
add or
sorry, 1 minute. So right now, Abhishek
yeah,
is
yeah.
going to explain how to take projects that already exist in the application. Now, if you want to create new projects, we will be explaining about that in the next part. So please wait. This is in case you have projects, which are already part of our library, then you just need to edit those. So that's why Abhishek showed you this. So he will show you how to add already existing projects in the application. But in the next step, we will also be showing you how to create new projects. So yeah, just wanted to reiterate on that because I can see some questions on the chat box. Okay.
It's totally up to the participants. Either they can choose project from the library or they can completely create a new project from the scratch. It's totally up to you. Okay, so I am going to share what are the steps you have to take while choosing the project from the library. Okay, so yeah, so basically what you have to do is you have to basically go to the Unnati app, and this is the home page of the app. Then you have to go to this option called library. Now I am interested in working in other project, like let's say go to the other. And since this is COVID times, I want to work upon maintaining hygiene in the school. So this is the project which is relevant for my school. So I click on this. Once I'll click the project, I'll get all the information like project title, name of the project, what is the goal of the project, how much time it will take to implement in my school. And since for micro innovation projects, we have only 3 weeks or less than 3 weeks to implement projects in our school, maybe you can think about the projects which you can finish within 3 weeks. Okay, so this is one of the project which you can finish within a 2 week period. Yeah, and which is also very relevant considering the COVID times. So after reading everything, like what are the tasks, what are the subtasks, what I'll do, I'll click on this option called import project. Once I click this option, the project will be added to my project. It is reflecting here. So whenever I get time, I can go to the my projects and see what are the projects I have added under my projects. Okay. Yeah. So any question about any step,
Yes, so
you
there is
can
a question.
re-explain to it.
Yes, there is a question where a school leader has asked, is it, do existing projects carry more weightage than new projects? No. Your
No.
project is graded on the on what is the goal, what are the tasks, what is the evidence you've provided, and based on multiple factors, we grade your project. We do not grade your project based on if it's a new project or if it's an old project, an existing project. Those are not part of the criteria for grading.
Yeah,
You can
and
pick
like
up minimum 1 to how many ever projects you want to put as part of the award, you can put up. That's up to the school. But whichever project or how many ever projects you are putting up on the application, please see to that the detailing is proper, because that is what that will define whether your project qualifies or not.
also we will be at end of this session, we will be sharing what are the criterias uh, uh, which we are going to use for evaluate any projects. So maybe you can wait until then, and then you can decide what sort of projects you want to choose for your school and for this competition. Okay.
Answering Pooja ma'am's question, yes, you can change the duration of the projects which are there on the library. All the projects on the library, once you import them into your My Project list, then you can change all the details to fit your requirement. Maximum how many projects, that depends upon your capacity, your time, the amount of time that you can give to detailing out your projects. We do not have a cap size on it. It completely depends upon the school. Yes. So that's the second part. Yes, Mirza, I'm assuming you can detail out projects which were done 1 or 2 months ago also. Please see to that the time duration is put correctly for the projects. Maximum duration of the project, we would expect the projects to be maybe about 3 to 6 months. It would be very hard otherwise. If the project is like a year, it's going on for a year, it would be very hard for us to monitor such projects. So the smaller the project, the better it will be, but that's up to you again. Yes.
But for this,
yeah, examples for evidences and everything, Abhishek will be talking about. Yeah, we will move to the next part and then.
Yeah, just to explain one thing, for this micro innovation project, the intervention time is the window we have is around 3 weeks. So if you are thinking about any project, always consider this one important criteria. Okay. Yeah. And maybe you can present the slide.
Yes, Abhishek. Yes, Abhishek, can you see my screen?
Yeah. So yeah, agenda 3 is creating new projects. Now let's say you went to the library and you have seen all the projects and you do believe that these projects are not relevant for your school and you want to create a completely new project. So the Unnati app is also giving you this option to create a completely new project from the scratch. Now, this section will be telling you how you can create a completely new project on the Unnati app. Okay. So basically what you have to do is, again, you have to go to the Unnati app. Okay. Now go to the main page. Yeah. In the main page, you will be seeing this option called create the project. Okay. Click upon this. Yeah. So as you can see on your screen, you are seeing multiple blank spaces. So what are these spaces? So in these spaces, you can fill the informations related to your project, like the name of the project, what is the goal of the project. That means the outcome you want to achieve from the project, start date, end date, and in which category the particular project falls. Okay, so if you go to the next slide, and yeah, I have created a dummy project for showing you. So let's say I want to work upon COVID. So I have given the project name as house rules to keep COVID away. And what is the ultimate goal of this project? The goal is to spread awareness among parents to maintain hygiene in the time of COVID. Start date November 28th and end date December 23rd. So I want to I want to implement this project at least for a month, not more than that. Okay. So based on that, I have decided the start date and end date. And since I want to work with community or parents, so this project falls into the category of community. So I have selected community. Okay. Once you have entered all these details, you have to click the option named as save and create task. Okay. Once you will click on this option, your project will be reflecting up under the my projects. Okay. Again, what are the steps we have covered so far? So basically, for creating a new project, go to the Unnati app, click on the option create project, fill all the details like project name, what are the goals, start date and end time, and click on save and create task. Okay, I'll give you a live demo on how you can create a new project on Unnati app. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah, so the first step is going to Unnati app. Now you can see this plus sign and under which the name of the option, which is create project. Click on that. Now here you can see a multiple blank spaces. Now what you have to do is you have to enter the project title. Let's say the project title is I'm not I'm writing this ABC. Basically type whatever project name you want to give it to your ultimate outcome of that particular project you want to achieve at end of it. You can type it over here. Choose the date. You can choose date from here, like November 30, 2022. Let's say December 2020 and click it on done. And let's say your project falls in under the category of school process. So click on the school process, or let's say it falls under more than two categories, school process as well as teacher. So you can also do that. And once you entered all the required information, click on the option called save and create task here. Okay. So once you will, 1 minute. Okay, so it will show under the my project, but it is not showing right now. I don't know why, but it will definitely show under my project name. Okay, I'll try one like again. Yeah, it's done. Now you can see that this project shows under the my projects. Okay, yeah. So if you have any question related to how you can add new projects in the Unnati app, you can type in the chat box.
Yes, so I'm just going to randomly take up a couple of questions on the chat box. Is there any last date for importing the projects? Unless if you're choosing an existing project on the application, unless you import the project, you will not be able to edit the tasks of the project. So if you are going to edit an existing project, you will have to import the project as soon as you see it. If my project is for 3 months, can I upload the same dates, or I needed to modify it as finishing on December 18th? Not required. Whenever you did this project in your school, you can upload the dates and change the dates accordingly. Anything with respect to getting your credentials, you can just message here and Neetu ma'am will get in touch with you. I'm just looking at more questions.
And there are some questions in the question and answers.
Yes, yes, I saw
thing
that.
also.
I will take that up in the end because that is not getting scrolled down.
Okay.
So
Now, should I read it?
no, I can see those questions, but I'll take that in the end because these
Okay.
get
Okay.
scrolled
It's
down.
basically some schools are facing some problem in logging to the app. They're facing some problem in the credentials. So they are asking whether it's possible to get a new credentials or what to do.
Yes.
So maybe we can also redress one-to-one with them. I have noted all the questions.
Yes. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, we will take up tech-related issues at the end of the session. From Rose Valley School, the school leader has asked, can we take up new projects other than those that are in the library? Definitely. You can create your own projects by yourself, or you have the option of just looking at some existing projects and modifying it according to your project that you had already done. Yes, so the last date is December 18th. By December 18th, you should have finished detailing out all your projects on the application. Okay, so we'll go through task aside. Okay, how can the date be changed? You can just, when you click on the date option, you can scroll down on the year, on the month, on the date options. You can scroll up and down, and accordingly you can change the dates. We'll go to the last part of how to detail out projects. And with that, it should be clear as to how you'll be able to work with the application. It is not compulsory that you should finish the project by December 18th. If it is a project that you have started in, say, on 1st December, then the project should be such that we are able to see what is the plan for this project. At least the planning part should be detailed out very well. Ajit sir, detailing has to be done for all projects. And whether the project by itself is complete or not, that depends on your project. If your project is finishing only after December 18th, then it will mean that some of your tasks are not finished, but you can just put that, you can change those tasks to submitted itself or completed. We'll come to that a little later. No, you cannot add videos in your projects as proof. Your evidences will have to be pictures, PDFs, only those two options. Okay, I will pause here and we'll move to the last part, which is project detailing.
Yeah, so the last agenda is project detailing, and it will tell you like how you can edit task, or if you want to add something else, how can you do that. So yeah, Anne, could you move to the next slide? Yeah, so the first thing is how you can add task. So if you can go to any project, once you click the project, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, there is a sign which is similar to plus. If you can click on this sign, you can add uh, another task. Okay. So yeah, this also we will give you live demo, so don't worry. How to assign a task? So let's say if you want to assign your task to one of your colleagues or teachers, there is an option in the Unnati app. By using this option, you can assign tasks to that particular person. So what you have to do is you have to name the person, you have type the indicate task description, what sort of task you are giving to that particular person, and then you can share the task uh, with the person or your colleague, whomever you want to share with it. Yeah, add task or delete subtask. So you have the option to add task. Also, if you, let's say, doing the intervention, you do believe that certain task is not relevant anymore for this project, so you have this liberty to delete the task anytime. Okay, so yeah, this is one of the option this app give it to you. So as you can see the sign of bin, dustbin, so you just click on that and it will auto and this will help you to automatically delete the task. Okay, so maybe we can give you a demo how you can do all these three things. Okay, so and if you stop sharing your screen, I'll present my screen. Yeah, thanks a lot. So we can choose any project. Let's choose this. Now first is how to add task. Okay, so as I told you, in the bottom of the screen you will be able to see this sign, which is very similar to plus. Click on this sign, and let's say you want to assign this task to person X or person J. Type it over here. End date. So you want this assigned person to finish this task in a certain timeline. So you have to give the or you have to mention the deadline also. So let's say by November or December 2020, you want this person to finish this task. So what you have to do is you have to choose the date and then click on done. Okay, task description. I am typing XYZ. So what basically you have to do is what is the task and what exactly you want uh, from this task, or what is outcome of the task. You should mention everything all over here. Also, if you want to attach any document related to the task, you can also attach to it. Just click on the attach and attach the details of the task, and then click add task. So as you can see on top of everything, EYTU, this is the task we have just added to our project. Okay. Now what was the next thing? Adding subtask. So let's say if you want to add any subtask, what you have to do is you have to choose any task and enter the subtask. I am typing QERTY. You can enter whatever subtask you want to add within the task. You can also choose the date. Let's say December 30, 2020, I am choosing. Click done. Yeah. Another thing we talked about is sharing the task with any person. So this is how you can do it. Click on the any task, and if you can see these three dots, click on that. There is an option called share task. Click on this option. Wait for a second, and it will show you something like this. Okay, now you want to share a task. You want to share the task with a person through Gmail. You can click on Gmail. If you want to share the task with the person through the help of WhatsApp, you can click WhatsApp. Okay, now let's say I'm clicking WhatsApp. And yeah, this is how you can see. If you want to uh, allocate this task to Dhyanesh, click on the Dhyanesh, and it will send every detail to the Dhyanesh. So this is how you can share the task with any person. And it is this option is very useful because one person cannot implement all the like the entire project all by himself or herself. So definitely they need some help. So it would be better if you allocate different tasks to multiple peoples. Yeah. Okay. So if any question, you can like type your questions in the chat box, and maybe after that we can proceed further.
So there are some questions on the Q&A. After we imported project, can we delete the project? You can delete the project at any point of time. Abhishek will also show you how.
You can delete it. So let's say you have.
Abhishek, I think you can show it after you delete the tasks. We do that part and then you can show them how to delete it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. How to continue ongoing project and submit. Ongoing project, you can put the detailing part on it. Can we change the end date? Yes, you can. If somebody wants login credentials sent by you again, but at some other email ID, Sahil sir, please let Neetu ma'am know. She will add the alternate email ID as required. Yes, we can move to the last part of the presentation, and then maybe Abhishek, you can show them how to delete tasks and the project itself.
Maybe you can present the screen now. Yeah. Yeah, so we have already talked about this. Go to the next slide. Yeah, change the start date and end it. It is very simple. Just click on the option and you will get uh, the drop down menu. From the drop down menu, you can choose the date both for start and end date. So I'll show you later on. So this is one option. This app give it to you. If you go to the second slide and yeah, change the status of the task or subtask. So let's say if you have completed one task or like more than one task, it is necessary to change the status of the task. Okay, so it will show you three options. It will give you three options: not started, in progress, completed. So once you are done with the task, just click on completed and click OK. It will change the status of the task. As you can see on the screen, the green the color green the green color symbolizes that you have already completed this particular task. Okay, and other two tasks are still in the process. um, can we go to the next slide? Add
5:30 हो गए,
evidences.
5:30 हो गए, मैं क्या करूं, मैं क्या करूं, मैं क्या करूं?
Sorry, really sorry for the disturbance. This is not from my side. Anyway, so add evidences. So adding evidences is really important because this is how we do evaluate your project. Detailing out everything is very important, but adding evidences will give the project the required validity that you have done this project in your school. So yeah, please don't forget to add evidences. Okay, and how you have to do this, I'll show you. Okay, so and if is there anything left in the slide, like apart from adding evidence?
The sync option, Abhishek.
Yeah, okay, delete task we have already talked. Okay, the sync option. Okay, fine. So if please do stop sharing your screen, so I'll share all these things, three things with the participants. And could you please stop sharing the screen? Yeah, thanks a lot, Anne. So the first thing is how to change the date. So let's say you have created, sorry, you have choose one project. Wait. Let's say you have selected this project and you want to change the end date or start date. So basically, give me a second. Yeah, so this is how you can do that. So click on the start date option and it will give you this drop down option from where you can choose the date. So you want to begin your project from November 30th. So choose November 30th, 2020 and click on the option done. Now click on the end date. It is not showing right now. Okay, so you want to end this by December 30th, 2020. Click on that. And as you can see on your screen, the project time duration reduced from 2 months to 1 month. You can, let's say you want to finish it by January 2021. It will also show you the option of that 2021 and January, let's say January 19th or 18th. Yeah, and then you can click on the option. So yeah, it shows 13 months. So yeah, you can do it by doing this. The next thing is how you can add evidences. So for doing adding evidences, what you have to do is you have to change the status first. So how can you change the status? So choose any task. Now in the under the status, you will get three options: not started, in progress, completed. So let's say you have completed this task. Click on the completed and then click OK. After that, click on the last option, which is mark task completed. Once you click this option, it will ask evidences. Okay. So let's say if you want to click the photo, you can choose the camera option. If you have already clicked the photo, you can click the second option, which is like similar to the pin. Click over here and choose the option upload image. Once you will click the option, it will show whatever photos or images you have taken. Choose any one photo and it will automatically download it to the app and then press continue. So as you can see, task mark completed. And if you can see, it is showing in the green color, whereas others are in the gray color. So it symbolizes that you have completed this particular task. Now what is important is after doing everything, what you have to do is you have to go through the menu and there is an option called sync. So always click upon this option sync, because it will save whatever project you have chosen, whatever edits you have made in this app, whatever you have done upon the app, everything saves because of the sync option. So don't forget to click on the sync option every time you add something on your project. Yeah, so it is very important. Yeah, that's all I guess. In case if anyone has any question regarding to how to sync the project or how to change the dates, please do let us know. Okay.
Yes. Tasks assigned to other teachers need to. No, please see to that in one school you have only one login ID and credential. If you have different teachers or you have a coordinator who is heading this project, a teacher or a coordinator or anybody else heading the project, please see to that they use the same credentials given for the school. Please do not raise different credentials for different people in your school. Yes, Ajit, so you can mark completed for tasks you've already finished. You cannot add videos as evidences. Okay, Janat Hussain, I can see that you have asked, can we get a recorded version of this orientation, please? So all that we have explained right now has been shared with you via email. This is why we asked you in the beginning if you have gone through all the content that we gave you via email. So all these have been broken down into smaller sections and made into videos or PPTs. You can go through them again. I'm sure you will understand it much better right now. So please go through it again. You can add dates before in the past months also. So the one thing that I would urge all of you to do is please update your Unnati application. In case you're not finding some of the options that we presented about today, please update your application. Sona ma'am has asked if you had created 3 projects, so do they get uploaded simultaneously? Ma'am, you will be uploading, as you upload the 3 projects, it will, from the backend, it gets uploaded simultaneously if you click on the sync option.
And one teacher didn't get how to share the task with other teachers. So can I show?
In the interest of time, maybe you can reach out personally. I would request a teacher to reach out personally because we have another 5 minutes to, we do not want to extend the call for more than another 5 or 10 minutes. So in the interest of time, I would request that teacher to kindly get in touch with the NISA team. Again, how many projects do we have to submit? Solely depends on the school. Minimum 1 project, maximum as many projects as the school can handle. All right, I'm just going through the Q&A questions here. Yes, you can. Can we continue ongoing project and submit? Yes, Sudhakar sir, you can do that. Yes, Venugopal sir, you can do that. All right. So I know we've not been able to answer everybody's questions, but hopefully we've been able to answer most people's questions. Please remember that if you have any further questions, you can always reach out to the NISA team. They will be able to help you. They also are in touch with us. So if they have questions, they even clarify it with us. Just keeping this screenshot on the on your screens for a minute. Please remember that you have to sync your keep pressing on this button as often as possible so that your projects are synced. Unless you press this option, we at Mantra will not be able to see your projects from the backend. So the only way we will be able to see your projects is if you click on the sync option. So we will be sending you reminders maybe once a week to keep syncing your, clicking on this button so that your projects are synced and it's up to date. Because in the end, we would not want to miss out on any projects just because you forgot to sync it. So we will send you reminders for this. Hopefully all of you will sync your projects. Regarding how the support works for all of you who are here today, we will be sending you reminders on the timeline that is for this micro innovation event, if required. So if you have, we find out that a lot of school leaders are facing issues with a particular task or need resources for a particular project, anything like that, then we could have a webinar. But it will be very ad hoc or need based. It is not something we have planned that, oh, maybe in the next week we will have one, nothing like that. If we know and if it comes to our attention that a lot of you are facing certain types of issues or want clarifications for certain things, we can definitely, organize a webinar for that. We will also be sending you explanatory posters and videos. These have already been shared with you. Again, just letting you all know to please go through those videos and posters and PPTs. If you have not received the link, we can even ask NISA team to post it on all the WhatsApp groups so it becomes easier for you all to look at it. Finally, coming to how we will be assessing your projects. We will be assessing your projects based on 5 criteria, which is going to be relevance, creativity, transferability, impact, and involvement. So relevance basically talks about how relevant is your project. Is for the challenge that you identified, does this project even make sense? Does your solution even make sense for the goal that you have written down as part of your project? So we will try and find out if your project is relevant to your challenge. What kind of methods have you come up with to address your challenge? Is it something different? Is it something that we've not seen? How have you tweaked it for your own schools? So how creative was it? That is the second criteria we'll be looking at. The third criteria will be transferability. So basically transferability means if we can use your project found in Karnataka in ABC school, can we use the same project in Andhra in XYZ school? Is it possible to use this project with little tweaks in other places, other locations? So we will try and see if the projects that you have put up, if they are something that can be reused by multiple schools. We will definitely be looking at what impact your project had in your respective schools. Has it showed a positive impact? Do we have a certain number of students who are participating in it? If you had intended that 100 students would participate, have you been able to get at least 85 students to participate? So impact does not mean that 100% impact. Impact means if your target was 100%, how And have you been able to at least reach 80, 85 or 90%? And how have you reached that? Last would be involvement. Involvement would basically mean who are the people in your school that were involved in your project? Was it the administration staff? Was it the higher secondary teachers, the lower primary school teachers, student council members, or particular people identified for that project? So were it the sports teachers who brought about some kind of a project for the students? So involvement would basically mean who are all the different people who are involved in making this project a success. So all your projects will be graded based on these 5 criteria. And in addition to your tasks, your project name, your goal, your task, your subtask, your evidences will act as the biggest motivator for us to know whether all these 5 criteria have been met. Okay. And on that note, we are going to have like a short 6-question quiz. And please write down the answers on the chat box, and let's see if you've been able to take something back from today's session. Okay. So your first question is, what is the name of this application? Let's start with an easy one. Excellent. So the question, why we put up this question was, there are other applications called Unnati and their logo is different. And there were instances when school leaders downloaded the wrong application. So just getting you all to focus on the logo here. Please see to that you download the right application. Thank you so much. So much, all of you have so much clarity. Great. Okay, second question. How many criteria will your project be assessed upon? Then no. Okay. Okay. Great. 5. Yes, 5 criteria. Okay. There are multiple answers to this question. So we are expecting different answers from different schools. Mention a theme or a domain under which a school can select various projects. So there are different domains you can, yes, Balwinder sir says community, student, library, school management, teachers. Okay. Infra, exactly. So it's a pool, COVID, yes, yes. Yes, this question was put in the intent that your projects could vary across different domains, and it's up to you to select whichever domain you want to. So yes, all your answers over here are right. So we just put like at a general level, these are the 5 domains that you can look at. But obviously under each domain, there are multiple smaller domains that you can look at. Great. Okay. This is the next question. Which option on Unnati will allow the tech team, or that is Mantra, to see the projects? Okay, thank you, Raji ma'am, Usha ma'am, Saujanya ma'am, Sudhakar sir. Yes, okay, great. I guess this makes us feel very happy that you've been able to take Ashutosh sir, Vinod sir, Prasad sir, Veena ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely the sync option on Unnati. Great. Amazing. Okay, let's see if you know this one. I think it's a little tricky, but which option do you choose to view your projects, your own projects? Okay. Yes, Mehak sir. Yes, it's not open task. It is the library. So whichever project you create or whichever project you import, you will be able to see it in your own library. Okay. All right. I think this is the last question. Which of the following qualify as evidences for a project? Yes, all. Yes. Thank you, Ajit sir. All of these qualify as evidence for your project. All right. that's it with our short quiz that we had for all of you. And Jess wanted to talk to you about what you'll have to do post today's session. Yes, use Unity to upload your micro innovation project, download it, log in. If you have issues with your login, let us know. Then detail out your project, see to that you change the status to completed, and that has to be done before 18th December. And you have your award ceremony around 29th-30th December. And the helpline, which has been shared with you earlier, it can be shared with you even later. So these are some of the things you'll have to do. And I hope we've been able to address most of your questions, if not all. Yeah, definitely not all. I know I skipped a few of your questions because the chat box, there are so many answers coming on the chat box. It's a little hard to keep track of all questions, but thankfully Thomas was able to keep track of most of them. So yeah, that's about it. That's all we had for all of you today. We just wanted you to remember that Unity is not a very tough application to work with. It's pretty self-explanatory. One thing you can do is create your own project, like Abhishek showed you. He created a dummy project. You can create a dummy project by yourself also, an ABC project, explore the application, then upload your own projects. So on that note, I do not have anything more for any of you all today. If you have any questions, please reach out to Nisa and they will in turn reach out to us. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you for giving, thank you everybody for giving your time in the evening, that too on a Monday evening. And thank you for being so participative. We really enjoyed having the session with all of you. Thank you, Abhishek, for explaining in detail everything for our school leaders over here.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Yes. Thomas, we are done for.
Yeah, thank you, Anne. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks a lot.